was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go. Break. 380. 54. Go.
Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now he's flushed out left. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken at about the 14. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
On the ready. 57. 80 weapons. Hey, Haywood! Don't get nervous. 57. Mike, 57.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the others.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 79 yards, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Wilson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Oh, yeah. Let's go double count right here. Double count. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Zebra.
Here's Wilson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds Howard complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, as a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about. But I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, exit. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Crunch time. Hit it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
14.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
36 power. Watch out, 14. Hey, 0. Bang out.
Throwing again. Wilson. The Sanders has got it complete. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Gun.
Throwing again here. Wilson. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
14.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Got it.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, watch it. Gun. 54's Mike. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ready up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Now.
2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
57 to Mike.
He'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Check 50, check 50. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, alert. Mark that. Check, Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. To throw again. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
First down, Eagles.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Curry. Hey. Hassan. Check 50. Fresno.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Kill, turn up. Hey, high 7. Big grip.
Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Second down and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
57's right. Coming to you. 57.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he can vault himself right into the #1 spot.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
From the 30 on second down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Go. I got you. Kill. Alert. Tempo.
Now Wilson on first down. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Check. That's what I do. Check.
Now Wilson on first and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, one set. 54. Mike, 54. I'm scared.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will... not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready?
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready? 50 seconds. Hard. Back. Snap.
Here's Elliott. And an alley to run. The 20. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
14. Shit. 4 down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Wilson rolling to his left. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
Check. Watch 54. Alert. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Come on, boy.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Let's go. Hey, switch gears. Showing up. Look for signal. Short. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Short.
Now Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Hey, alert. Tighten up. Mike 5-4. You're trapped. 54. Alert. Check.
They run with Howard.
I got you, boy.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check 55 to Mike. Here we go. Slam. 18. Check right. Watching you guys. I got him.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This time Wilson will throw. Over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Single.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
54
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. This is Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Elliott. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll look to throw here. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. He'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Butler. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy is covering it. He's usually pretty good too, so the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Yeah, he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Here's Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 90% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Cooper was the intended target. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Looking deep for his... He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ray McCloud, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man there complete to Gallup. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ready.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Back to throw here. And Thomas has it. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold. Wilson wants to throw it. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
First down, Philadelphia. Let's put that team on the hook. Hey, 0-0-0.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Right here.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. On 2nd down, Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Go now. And Lobo.
6-man. Check curls.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Dallas, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7.